Hello fellow Jerrycans, I wanted to make a follow-up video to last week's video because this is a serious topic. After reading some of the comments, there were some questions and misunderstandings to address. If you missed it for some reason last week, I did a video on Game Freak's company job reviews where we went onto a website called JobTalk, where we read reviews of Game Freak by people who worked at Game Freak on what were they thinking about the company. And we read a lot of concerning stuff like people saying there's not enough people, the technical capabilities are behind the gaming industry, there's not incompetent people with not enough technical skills, and yada yada. I love that quote. It will sell well anyways. Anyway, so in the comment section, the biggest question I got was, can this site be trusted? Previously, I said in the comment replies that you needed an official Game Freak email to create an account and make reviews on it and get yourself verified. Well, I need to do some apologizing because I was wrong. You do not need a verified email to write on JobTalk. Almost anyone can. I assumed that you need to do that on JobTalk because that's how you do it on Korean job websites, and I assumed that would be the same thing in Japan, but I was wrong, so I'm sorry. However, before you go, oh, the past reviews are all fake, let me clarify. Despite the fact that anyone can write reviews, I think this website is quite trustworthy, and let me explain why. I actually did some research into this, and thank goodness a lot of people were curious about this too on Japanese Google, because the same people were asking the same question. Based on the articles I found, JobTalk is not 100% perfect, but it is still a reliable source of information. There's actually a multiple of review websites in Japan, but JobTalk is considered one of the more reliable ones, and that's mainly in part to the moderation of the website JobTalk. First, they delete reviews if it seems fake instantly. They know that trust is important on a website where people are anonymous, so fake reviews are heavily moderated. Every time someone uploads a review, it's visually checked by a human to see if there's anything suspicious about it, okay? Second, they make it difficult to join the website and write reviews. Not anyone can just upload a review with an email account. You need to submit your whole resume with your career on it to write reviews. They ask about your education, where you live, what salary you got, what position you are in. Because of this, if you write a review with anything that goes against that resume, if there's anything suspicious about your info, your review will get deleted instantly. Third, they have a very strict guideline on posting reviews. They make sure you cannot write names on there. You cannot post anything that's remotely close to slandering a company. It has to be constructive criticism. Any speculation or hearsay will be deleted. Exaggeration and nitpicking is also not allowed. Any post that's even considered unprofessional is deleted. And this is Japan, they really care about manners and stuff. Fourth, you cannot edit or delete reviews once it's up. Once you posted a review, it cannot be deleted or changed. Why is that important? Well, fifth, the company can actually request deletion of false information, or even worse, you can get sued by a company for writing fake reviews there. If some Pokemon fan who never worked in a job before just wrote some BS and it somehow got past the JobTalk moderators, Game Freak can actually request JobTalk to delete a review or reveal the identity for a lawsuit. There actually have been court cases where someone posted a fake review on there and got a lawsuit served to them. What I'm saying is, it's very risky for someone to write false information there unless they actually worked at the company and know what actually happened. Sixth, another big filter exists to make sure reviews are real, and that is JobTalk is not free. You need to pay to read reviews. This website is actually quite expensive. It's 980 yen a month just to see reviews. I only managed to get in because they accepted MasterCard. My point is that people who are willing to pay and read and write reviews are people who are professionals looking for jobs, not people trying to slander a company. The purpose of the website is to know if it's worth it to work for someone or not. It does not exist to spread information about the company to the news media. It's information from workers to workers. It's not a website made and used by nobodies. Seventh, not many people consider this, but when there's a chance of fake negative reviews, there's also a chance of fake positive reviews. The company knows that there's a public website that people could badmouth them. If a company gets only 1-star reviews, it'll look bad for them, right? There's a chance the HR will force people to write 5-star reviews so the company image can be better. I think the fake negative and fake positive reviews, if there's any, balances each other out. The point is, even though this website is anonymous, there are many filters put in place to make sure the reviews are real. Yes, I'll admit that some of the reviews we saw in the last video, there's a very, very small chance that there were some fake ones in there. I also said in the last video already in the disclaimer, but there's selection and limitation bias too, because there's not enough reviews. People with only passionate opinions write reviews. But remember this, we didn't read 1 or 2 reviews. We read several reviews that had a correlation of people saying the same thing. It just wasn't one person who was obviously lying, saying Game Freak is technically behind, or we don't have enough people, or they don't let us delay. It was multiple people. There was a correlation on a website with that much filtering and moderation going on. So the point is, I'm only the messenger, okay? I'm just reading the reviews that's on the website. There's a small chance there is some fake in there. If you don't trust me or this website, you can take this video with a grain of salt. But we wanted to get a glimpse of what was actually going inside Game Freak, and a website like this is one of the few ways we achieve that. Like, how else are we gonna get actual inside information about Game Freak unless an insider talks to the press or something? Anyways, I thought I should also explain how I managed to get the idea to read job reviews. So in Korea in 2021 on a website, I believe this is the original article, someone posted a bunch of job reviews. Someone summarized all the companies, like this is Nintendo, this is Sega, this is Capcom. But what caught everyone's eye was Game Freak right here, and the phrase right here, 내면 팔리는 것. It's a phrase that means it will sell well anyways. So that phrase actually already become a meme in Korea in 2021. This was written a bit before BDSP was revealed, and then about a month later, when Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl was revealed on that awful trailer with Chibi Dawn, like the actual screenshots of job reviews from JobTalk actually appeared on Korean Nintendo forums. They've been 팔리는 것, like it's right there. The phrase "it will sell anyways." It became a meme in Korea, okay? Like if you search 내면 팔리는 것 on Google in Korea, like you actually get results of Pokemon and actual phrases from the review became like a big meme in Korea, and that's how I knew there was something going on top company websites about Game Freak. And it's funny because this was revealed when BDSP came out, and BDSP wasn't made by Game Freak, was made by ILCA, but there was already so much negative will against Game Freak that people went out and made it into a meme. Now I could have made a video then with the screenshots right here, but I thought this is translated from Japanese to Korean, so it's not the original text, right? I cannot verify if this is real, like if this is real screenshot from JobTalk. So that's why I didn't make the video until now. I didn't realize I actually go inside JobTalk and pay for it. So in the video where I was like laughing at the reaction to "it will sell anyways," like I wasn't actually being surprised by it. It was because I read a very familiar phrase that I've heard for like 2 years now. And I just realized something when in 2021 when the guy who posted this, it said that Game Freak had 3.08 average, but currently the average score is 2.94. So there's a possibility that Game Freak has been actually getting worse the past 2 years with negative reviews with the development of Pokemon Legends Arceus and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So yeah, that's not a very good thing. Now one of the questions I got was, can you actually look into ILCA, the guys who made Pokemon BDSP, because Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl had a pretty tough development process too. Like the graphics changed between a few months in trailers, and the game was unfinished when it first came out, and it had to be patched, which was unheard of for a first-party Nintendo game. So I did want to talk about ILCA, but the reason why I didn't talk about ILCA in the review was, if you go in here, there's only 14 reviews. Like Game Freak has 84 reviews, I think, and ILCA only has 14. And out of those 14 reviews, only 2 of them are from 2021. And none of them really talk about the actual game development process, so that's why I didn't talk about it. You can read it for yourself if you want to right here. Like all the reviews are like way too old. It's from 2017 and 2015, which has nothing to do with Pokemon. So that's why I didn't talk about it. I mean, I guess what's concerning is that ILCA is a very small, or they're not a very major company, and Pokemon Company got a nobody company like ILCA to make the mainline Pokemon Sinnoh remakes. So Pokemon Company could have gotten Rezo or Bandai Namco or some verified studio with skills to make those remakes, but they just got a studio who was just making ports to make a full game. And that's no surprise why Pokemon BDSP was so bad. Like, they got nobody to make it. Like, they were that cheap, or they didn't really care about the Sinnoh remakes. And like, I'm sorry, Gen 4s. What I should have talked about more is Pokemon Company itself, though, because Pokemon Company actually has a higher review. That's 3.28 average, and if you look at the most recent reviews, most of them are 4 or 5 stars. I'm not gonna read them right now, so if you want to read them, you can read them. Pause the video and read it. As you can see, like, compared to Game Freak, Pokemon Company seems to be doing fine. So it kind of shows that Pokemon Company is, I think, a pretty good company to work at. It's Game Freak, the people who's actually making the games, that's suffering the technical aspects of it. I'm pretty sure the people who work at Pokemon Company, they're dealing with the marketing and like the products and the planning and the higher up things. Like, it's the suits, you know, the suits. Also, because Pokemon Company has a bit more job reviews like Game Freak, JobTalk actually managed to summarize the review with an AI. So if you want to read it, it's here right now. And it doesn't really talk about the technical aspects that's plaguing Pokemon right now, right? What's also interesting is that the Pokemon Center company is actually really well reviewed by JobTalk people. It's actually number 70th place in the entire Japan, I think. So actually, I think this means the company that runs Pokemon Center, the merchandise shops, that's actually in Japan. It's one of the best companies to work in Japan right now. Wow, if you look closely, Nintendo's actually number 3. It's actually the most third highest rated company in JobTalk. That's actually amazing. So apparently, Nintendo is actually one of the best companies to work for, and Sony, the mainline Sony, is actually number 5 too. Nintendo's doing really fine. Pokemon Company's middle. People who's at Game Freak is suffering. So that's not good. I also wanted to respond to some comments. This was a comment by JPC SDUTRA. It's a really interesting comment, so I'll read it. Reading a bit some of the reviews as you were reading them, most of the people that said communication was good and I was heard were management and artist positions. And most of the people that said communication is bad and this company is stagnated are the software and systems people. This paints an interesting picture, specifically for the latest games if you think about it. They're having a good time designing the world and padding things. The world building seems to be doing fine, but the technical people that are actually responsible for programming and debugging are begging for more time and aren't getting it. This reflects perfectly the downward slope most people have been complaining about. The music and the characters are still fine, but the game is outdated at launch, and it plays like a bag of rocks and a pile of sticks. So yeah, I didn't notice that when I was making the video, but this guy pointed it out and I wanted to point it out too. So it seems that when it comes to Game Freak's job reviews, it seems the people who are like in the creative mindset were actually doing fine, and the management side too. But the people who were actually doing the gaming development were having problems with outsourcing and not enough technical capabilities or not enough people with skills. That's the problem I have with Pokemon games, honestly, because concept-wise, most of the Pokemon are really good. Like, I love the character designs. Like, everyone loves the music. Like concept-wise, everything is good. It's just games that being rushed or games being technically incompetent that's the problem. And this guy caught that, so I wanted to point it out. And thank you, JPC SDUTRA, for pointing it out. Thanks. Anyways, the whole point of the video is not to hate on Game Freak. I wanted to make that clear. I just wanted to know what was actually going on in the company, so more talked about by the public, so hopefully Game Freak can change. I love the Pokemon series and I wanted to improve. And I have to just repeat this is anonymous. Do not attack individuals of Game Freak. Do not blame individuals. This is a more problem with the higher ups, not the people who's actually working at Game Freak. And I hope this video sorted out some snafus and misunderstandings some people might have had. And before I went to end the video, some people are asking me, can I show you guys the original text in Japanese, because this is translated, so they want to see the original text. I forgot to do this in the past video. I don't feel like posting a Google Doc and by copy pasting everything, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the translation and I'm going to scroll down and you guys can read the job reviews for yourself, okay?